Hello. Okay, so we got a follow and 1 bit. Thank you for that. And then we got a 4 month. Have I been affiliate for 4 months? Holy, as they say. All right, Greg. I got something special for you. The Cuica is back. All right, let's see how well I do. Hey, no air conditioner. Now is not the time for the air. All right, Cuica, ready? Cuica. Let's see if I can make a sound on this thing. This thing is, I haven't played this thing in a long time. Ready? It's glorious. Oh gosh. Wasn't that great? Thank you for the thank you for the resub for 4 months. Wow. I had no idea I've been streaming for 4 months already. Or oh well, not stream, affiliate for 4 months already. Oh wow. All right, let me undo. All right, is the thing on? Hold on. I gotta turn my sound filter back on. All right, Nightbot. Nightbot's having fun with Max Bug. All right. What's going on here? Hold on. I got filters off that need to be on. I got all kind of things. Noise suppression needs to be on. We need to be able to hear game audio. And yeah, you don't need desktop audio. So let's go back to here. How is everybody? So I didn't stream yesterday, except I did stream yesterday because I streamed my concert, and but I didn't play any games, so that's something. Outdoor concert that was 90 degrees. Oh man, it was so hot. Whew, I was pretty baked after that. Yeah. So we had our first musical rehearsal on Thursday, and then we had a second musical rehearsal on Sunday. And at Sunday, it was downtown at the theater, and oh boy, did I have an interesting time before the rehearsal started. That's my weird story, but maybe I won't tell it just yet. So I'm going to play Final Fantasy VI, but before I play Final Fantasy VI, I want to play some Dr. Mario, which I think I'm good at, but maybe I'm not so good at. It's very unclear. Is that a marimba behind you? That is my 4-octave marimba. The 5-octave marimba is in the sunroom, next to the vibraphone and the chimes. And 2 of my timpani are at the theater, which is part of my story. Wake up, controller. Okay. So, when do we want to tell this funny story? I was going to wait a little while to see if anyone else came to want to hear the story, because I don't want to repeat the story. So So this is going to require a bit of my attention because it's Dr. Mario. So if I get behind on chat, I'm very sorry. All right. Oh, yeah, this thing. This is called a cuica. It's a Brazilian instrument. This isn't a very good cuica. But basically, it's a drum, but it doesn't really act like a drum, I guess, because you see there's a little stick in there. You see this little stick. And what you do is you get some kind of cloth, right? And you get it wet, right? And how you make a sound on it is you just hold the stick and you do a motion that is suggestive, but you just go back and forth, right? And you change the tune of you change the pitch of it by putting pressure on the head. Yeah. That's kind of... I think I got it for a theater show where I was simulating a dead frog, which is totally fitting. I'm also watching my Twitch inspector today because I've been trying to change some things about my audio output settings, or not my audio, my video output settings and the encoder that I'm using and all that nerdy stuff that I don't get. A dead frog doesn't make any sounds. That's profound. So, for whatever reason, I play... That's loud. Hold on. For whatever reason, I played this version of Dr. Mario, the one that no one knows about, the one that was released on the Super Nintendo, and I don't know why, but I find it more comfortable, and anytime I play the NES version of it, I don't do as well. Ah, I missed. Is this a real stream? Oh man, see now I'm distracted. Alright, Quack. You are Quack, so you always get the duck call. Actually, what you do is you can have... Maybe I can try to do both. A 2-for-1 deal. Quack, thank you for the 4-month resub, and it's still weird that there's 4 months of resubbing going on. Oh boy. Hey Quack, are you going live tonight? I know you went live last night, but I was totally sunbaked from the concert I did. Welcome to chat, Fox. Hey Quack, are you going live tonight? Okay, you cooking dinner. Soup and sandwich. All right, cool. This music, though, yeah, it's pretty funky. What I meant to do. Nah. Hey, I allow YouTube links. That's interesting. Fun. Wake up. Too far. Caught the very end of my concert. Yeah, I have it on the VOD. I do put my live concerts on my YouTube channel, but I keep them the links are confidential, so if you ever want a link, you just ask me for it and I'll send you the link for the YouTube one. But the VOD is up for like 60 days or however long affiliates get. If there is crowd control for this game, it definitely would not be in the SNES version. I don't know how popular the SNES version even was. Thank you for the lurk, if that actually is a lurk. What do you mean KO? What's KO, Greg? No need for that color. That wasn't supposed to happen. Blues. Level 10. Hello, Amanda. How are you? Look at those mounts. There's like 6 of them over there. Dr. Rod. This is... Oh. I thought you were trying to spell Discord. I'm like, Dr. Rod. That was about. time for story time? I think it might have been time for story time a while ago, but I was too distracted by the game. Okay, so story time. Hold on. Story time. Hush game. Hush game. Oh, it'll stop playing. Not desktop. Me. Okay, so Sunday we had the first musical rehearsal. It was actually the second musical rehearsal, but it was the first one that was at the theater because the one before that was in the college's band room. So I have to use all my own stuff. So everything fits in my car except for the 2 timpani that I needed to use. So the music director came with his trailer and came that morning and picked up my timpani. We were supposed to have a 15% chance of rain, which meant that it poured the whole way. So my timpani were soaked, but I apparently have really good timpani covers because the timpani covers were soaked, but the drums themselves were not soaked. One moment. So I get there, and if this is in downtown, I never go downtown. Anytime I go downtown, it's for something music related. So get to Main Street, where the theater is, and we get we get the timpani out of the rain. I'm soaked. The drums are soaked. The director's soaked. And apparently we're the only people there, because the building is still totally locked up, even though it was supposed to have already been unlocked by the time we arrived. So I do a fancy schmancy parallel park, which I hardly ever do because I don't live in a city. So that was fun. Fortunately, it was Sunday drive, so we didn't have a lot of traffic. So I got to do my parallel parking in peace. So I get out of my vehicle, and the rain stops, and I'm like, well, I'm going to go ahead and unload all the instruments out of my car and get them by the door at least. So I do that. And while I'm doing that, these two young women, they couldn't have been any older than like 25. They looked somewhere between 21 and 25. They walk up to me, and they're like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm getting instruments out of my car. You know me, I'm kind of like, why are these people talking to me? And they're like, oh, are you like in a band? Is there gonna be like a concert here? And I'm like, it's a musical theater. And she's like, oh, we love musical theater. And when's it start? When's it gonna happen? Is it today? And I'm like, it starts June 10th. This is just a rehearsal. I'm unloading my car for the rehearsal. And they're like, oh wow, do you play in the orchestra? And I'm like, yes. What do you play? And I'm like, what do I play? I'm like, I'm literally carrying a 32-inch bass drum, and this lady asking me, what do I play? And anyway, I'm like, I play percussion. Oh, we love percussion. And they're like, I really need to have someone in my life with those kind of talents, because I just don't have any musical talents. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, and she just goes on and on and on. And she's just like, hey, can we help you? Can we help you unload your car? We're really strong. We climb mountains. And I'm like, oh, you don't need to do that. And then like, she's asking me all these questions about the show and like what I'm doing. And like, I'm thinking like, I don't want you girls to go away, but like, I'm not really good at telling people to buzz off. I'm usually pretty kind to people, even when they're annoying me. But and she's like, so you're part of the pit orchestra. We've never been part of anything like that. Like, we've never really been part of anything at all. And I'm like, that sounds kind of hard to believe. And then she's like, so what's your name? And I'm like, my name is Daniel. And they're like, oh, hi, Daniel. I'm blah, blah, blah. I can't remember their names. And this is blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, nice to meet you. And I'm like, I'm cordial and whatnot. And they're like, hey, do you want to go to Costa Rica with us? And I'm like, how old were they? They were like, they couldn't have been any older than 25. And they're like, and I'm thinking like, so I'm not very good at picking up on certain things. I never really have been, because I'm kind of bizarre when it comes to romantic things. Like, I never know if someone is flirting with me or what the deal is, and I don't really understand if anyone does. And I'm also thinking, but she's like, and finally she's like, so Daniel, are you married? And I'm like, yes, and I have two beautiful daughters. And they're like, well, we saw that you didn't have a wedding ring. And I'm like, I don't wear wedding rings when I play, because the drumsticks click against the metal and it throws me off. And they're like, oh, and it's just kind of weird that you don't wear a wedding ring. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, oh, well, congratulations on the daughters. Hey, do you know any single percussionists? Is there another percussionist down there? And I'm like, there's a drummer there's a drum set player, and they're like, oh wow, what's his name? And I'm like, I only just met him Thursday. And I'm like, oh, well, can we like get tickets for this? Can we get free tickets? And I'm like, I I don't even know what their ticket comping is for this. And yeah, and I finally I finished bringing in the instruments, and they like follow me in there, and I look at the director, and the director's like, and I'm like, dude, this is gonna be a problem. I think they just entered the building. And finally, he was just like, you girls can't be in here, blah 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 blah. And they finally leave after the drum set player shows up, and then they start flirting with the drum set player. The drum set player's like in his 50s, but I'm thinking like, you know, they don't look like prostitutes. I think they might be high on something, but I'm not totally sure what they're high on. But I'm like, I don't know what the end goal is here, ladies, because I'm clearly past my prime, and I don't really know why you girls are talking to me. So I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking like, you asked me to go to Costa Rica for you, and I'm like, is this like a permanent thing? Am I gonna be like working on a farm for the rest of my life as some sort of white slave, or what? How that's gonna work? So yeah, that was like a really bizarre thing that should not happen. Okay. And so another thing about that musical, it's supposed to start June 10th, but apparently some of the acting crew has caught the Rona, so everything is a little up in the air right now. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I was actually thinking like, are these girls gonna like try to steal my instruments? But they never did. I everything is still accounted for. I definitely checked. I just I have no idea what their end game was, because I mean, come on. uh the things that we encounter when we're downtown. Quack, why are you DMing me? Do you care if your last name is known on stream? Quack asks, do I care if my last name is on stream? And the answer to that question is, I don't like I don't advertise my name really, I guess, but it's pretty obvious what my name is, because like my website domain name literally is my name. So yeah, whatever. The other thing is like, I have a lot of like public data anyway, because I have an FCC license, and that's not allowed to be private. So it's fairly easy. The last name is on my instrument. Yeah, well, obviously. Hey, my last name's on my instrument. Isn't that exciting? Yeah, so hi. Listen, it's really weird to me when people call me by my name now, because everyone that I encounter either calls me Mallet or Daddy. And anytime someone like actually says my name, my actual name, I feel like I've done something wrong. Like, why are you using my government name, yo? So, yeah. All right, so I want to try to get to level 20, and then I'm going to switch games, but I thought y'all would like that absolutely bizarre story. I get really uncomfortable whenever I've picked up whenever I finally pick up that someone is like coming on to me or whatever. What does your wife refer to you as? My wife calls me Toot. Tute, and I also call her Toot. Tute. Um yeah, and you're going to be like, "Why do you call each other that?" Cuz like even our kids sometimes call us that, because we call ourselves that so much. So um my wife is really really bad at words of endearment, terms of endearment, and like she tried to like originally, like when we first met, she started calling me Prancer because of the way I moved, and that didn't catch on very quick, because she quickly learned that she thought that calling a man Prancer was really weird. And then she started calling me Cute Patoot. And then it got shortened to Toot. And so we call each other Toot. And anytime she calls me by my actual name, I'm like, oh no, am I in trouble? So I never go by my actual name. I'd rather just be called Hey You than my actual name. Yep. All right. And my controller's disconnected because I talked too long. All right, cool. Is game audio still up? Yeah, it is. I gotta make sure I'm still in this. My mind is now not thinking about the game. That's not what I meant to happen. That's definitely not what I meant to happen. Oh, that's really bad. Okay. Oh, that's bad. I shouldn't have told that story when I did. I'm out of the zone now. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. That was dumb. It worked out. Well, I made some dumb decisions there, but I made it anyway. One of these days, I'm gonna do a multi-world with someone. Game is about to get a lot less forgiving. Talk to you later, Quack. I'll probably be chatting with you later tonight. Alright, 17 is when I can actually start dying. Especially if I do dumb things like that. That was dumb. Okay. Ugh. Okay. I'm nervous there. That tower's gonna be hard to fix. That tower's gonna be really hard to fix. And I need that to go away. These are going fast. Dang. 17 is the level where I could die. Alright, let's go. Hey. Buttons are not where I expected them to be. 17. Try again. Dang. slow it down, but we'll see. I have trouble with doing level 20 on medium, but I can usually do it on low. Not what I meant to do. That one was surprisingly easy compared to the last one. No red. Huh. No. Starting out with red. There's no red. I didn't take that. Not what I meant to do. That's not good. Fine. Everything is fine. Huh. Dang. Okay. Eyes are drying out. It do be fast though. It's going really fast. Too fast. Not good. It's going too fast. It's too fast. It's going too fast. That's one of the problems with the high levels is that if you don't beat it fast, it gets unmanageable. I'll try it one more time on medium and then I'll have to push it to low. Dang. Start over. Alright, we go into low. Low feels so slow when you've been playing medium. But it won't stay this way. Not. Okay, 19. I saw you, Akimeli, but I can't read your message just right this second. My doctor's appointment. Oh, I see what you did there. I had high hopes for you, Camilla. Not right. Definitely not right. Now I'm all frazzled. Is frazzled a word? Have you heard of the Super Mario Super Show? Isn't that the TV series? Or am I thinking something else? Yeah, I remember when it was followed by Legend of Zelda, although I don't remember what the names of it. Was it Adventure? I don't know what the name of the Zelda one was. I was pretty young when that show was out. Dude, Mario. Dude, I was like 4 or 5, I think, when that show played. Hey, thanks for the Prime Gaming. Let's see. You getting the train whistle. Thank you for the Prime Gaming sub. Okay. Choo choo. Now you have a triangle next to your name. Okay, I told you I'd go to level 20 and I did, so you should all be happy now. I think it's not the best I've done, but you know, whatever. Okay. I'll try that again.